Hi everyone, Inspector Stewart here from the RSPCA South Australia. This was a shocking and distressing case for all involved, involving a 3-year-old crossbreed dog named Harley, who was essentially left to starve to death by his owner's back door. Harley was seized by SAPOL officers who were attending the property on an unrelated matter in December 2020. The officers saw Harley, and his body condition was what you could only describe as skeletal. You could see his hips, ribs, pelvis, spine, the bones in his skull. He was completely emaciated, and he was also unable to move. So the police officers seized him and took him directly to an emergency vet, where sadly he had to be humanely euthanized due to his incredibly poor welfare. His organs were failing, and his outlook was just incredibly grim. The treating vet said that they had never seen a dog in such a disastrous body condition in their life. So yeah, that gives you an idea of how serious this offending was. When I spoke to Harley's owner, when I interviewed and cautioned and interviewed them, they admitted to leaving Harley alone at the house for up to 5 days with only a casserole bowl filled with water to sustain him for those 5 days. They also complained about the cost of dog food, about the cost of black and gold dog food, which, when I just checked then, 8 kilograms of black and gold dry food would set you back about $13. So, I mean, it's not the best quality, but it would have sustained Harley's life. And then moments after complaining about the cost of such a cheap dog food, they went on to advise me that they spend $27 a day on cigarettes. So, no judgment on cigarette smokers, but I guess that shows you where this owner's priorities were, and they certainly weren't with the dog. Now, this owner, she had options. If you decide that dog ownership isn't for you, that maybe you have other priorities in your life, that's totally fine. There are options. You can find a friend or family member that might be able to take the dog on. You can contact the RSPCA or the Animal Welfare League or any other reputable rescue organisation. What you can't do is leave your dog to starve to death in the backyard, which is basically what this person did. Because if you do, you may be found in breach of the Animal Welfare Act, and you may open yourself up to some incredibly serious consequences, which this person faced. So, personally, in my 3 years as an inspector, I've never seen such a blatant and callous case of neglect. And as such, I've been following the court proceedings pretty closely. So, after breaching bail several times and even running out of Port Adelaide Magistrates Court on one occasion, Harley's owner did receive a jail term, which I think reflects the severity of their offending. Unfortunately, nothing will change the fact that Harley suffered a horrendous, slow and completely needless death as a consequence of his owner's neglect. So it's just an incredibly sad case for everyone involved. I'd really like to thank the SAPOL officers who attended that night. They showed Harley a level of care and empathy that was just completely absent in his owner. I'd like to thank them for acting so caringly and professionally. And I'd also like to thank all of you. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to pursue people like this, and we wouldn't be able to give dogs like Harley the justice they deserve. So thank you.